Welcome to the second to last Ouroboros King video. Yeah, I thought of a new video, so I'm going to be talking about it in another video, sorry. But today, I'll be doing a re-ranking of every piece, because now that I've played it a bit more, I've secretly found out some cool new things about some pieces, and I feel like some of them were wrongfully ranked. So, let's begin. Alright, let's start off simple. The first, and probably worst still in my opinion, is going to be the Cardinal. The Cardinal is the upgraded bishop. The Cardinal moves like a bishop and a king, which is kind of bad. Alright, time for the first best piece, like the 15th. And I don't know how this piece moves, but it's the Manticore. Like previously mentioned, the Manticore, I have no idea how it moves. It looks like an outside bishop, which is kind of funny. Oh yes, you're gonna know this one. It's the Crusader. The Crusader just kills backwards vertically and diagonally upwards, but what I didn't know is that if it kills a unit, you get 30 gold, which is kind of useful, which is why it's not that high. It's still useless though, so yeah. The Viking is actually a pretty good unit, which is why I'm talking about it right now. The Viking! It's actually really good. I mean, the upgraded one is much better, but still, it gives and delivers what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, so, it's the Fool. The Fool can move like any other pieces that was literally just moved. It can move like that. So if a bishop was moved, it can move like a bishop. But if the queen was moved next, then it can move like a queen. Why? I don't know, but it is kind of creative. Alright, so, yeah. It's a Catapult again. The Catapult is a really unique unit because it moves like vertically all the way, but horizontally only 2 squares. Unique thing about the Catapult is that it can jump over units, and I think also boulders and maybe bombs as well, but I'm not quite sure. In my dishonorable mentions, I said the princess was really bad. And, yeah. The princess, when killing a unit, turns into a queen. Why is this a problem? It takes too long, okay? The princess can only move like a king and sort of like a bishop, only with 1 square, which is kind of bad. In my previous bad list, or worst units list, I put in a lot of units that move like a king. Well, I've kind of changed my mind about that. Starting off with the Immortal. The Immortal is a unit that cannot be killed by any other unit except for the king. Just because some of the king-like moving ones are going to be on my best list doesn't mean that all of them are going to be. And this is a perfect example with the Assassin. The Assassin moves like a king, but the only special thing it does is when it kills a unit, it can move again. Of course, it was nerfed later on, making it limited, using a relic to kill unlimitedly. Up next is the Fire Chick, which is, yeah. The Fire Chick moves like a king. The only special thing is it does not die when being killed. Coming in 10th place again, well technically it's different now because there are 15, whatever, it's the Leopard. The Leopard, when moving, it moves like a king, but it actually upgrades to the Martyr. But that's not important. When the Leopard is killed, the piece that kills it turns into a Leopard, which isn't really useful, but yeah. I'll be the first person to admit that non-opinions can change. Why? Because number 10 is Bannerman. Bannerman was on my worst list, probably at number 6 I think. I didn't rewatch the video, but I put it there because it just moves like a king. Well, not only that, it also, any unit that is next to it, can move like a queen, which is very good. Sorry for misjudging you, Bannerman. the Decoy makes his return. Decoy doesn't move, kills nothing, but gets killed, kills the killer. It swaps with other units. Funny enough, I'm putting my original number 1, the Reaper, at 9th place. Reaper kills any unit that is on the same square as Reaper. Meaning, if the Reaper's on a white or square, then it kills units on white squares, and vice versa for black. But why is it this low now? Well, it's good, but there are just simply units that are just better. Before you yell at me in the comments, please let me explain why I put Portal Mage as number 8. Portal Mage, it can teleport everyone on the board, has a relic that if you have it, it places a boulder, which is kind of useless, but it teleports, but it can't teleport on other units, and it literally cannot kill on its first turn, meaning it's endangered. The only reason it's actually useful is if there's already attack going on and you want to put in some more pressure. Two words: Pegasus Rider. Pegasus Rider is the upgraded version of the horse, or knight, whatever you like to call him. Anyway, he can move like a knight twice, or just once if he wanted to, which is good for forking. That's when you have 2 pieces under attack, but you can only take one because the opponent's probably going to move one of them. So, just so you know what that means. You know what? Marching Pawn is useless. Marching Pawn. Basically a pawn, but he can always do a double move. Only captures diagonally. Why is this guy bad? Well, it's just a pawn, and it has limited movement options, so it's not really that good. The only good thing it has is that it turns into a queen when it reaches the end of the board, but still. Alright, let's put the Berserker at number 7. The Berserker is like the Viking, but better, because it has an extra row of attack. That's kinda it, actually. I'm putting the Sorcerer here because it's still bad. Sorcerer moves like this. I'm not even going to try to describe this because is it even worth it? But yeah, it's here. Bro, I don't know what to say here. Let's put the Minitar here. Minitar moves like a bishop, but 3 times or something. I don't know. I don't know how to describe this. I'm gonna say this now. Mirror Queen is not a good unit. Mirror Queen moves like a queen. If killed before transforming, it dies permanently. If it kills the first unit, it turns into that unit. And if dies, it still respawns. Phoenix is a unit that cannot die, so that's why it's here. Phoenix can't die like the Fire Chick, mainly because Fire Chick is the de-evolved version of the Phoenix, but it still has a bit more unit movement options. But still, yeah. I have, in my non-opinion, written down 4 units that are really bad. But the least worst out of these 4 is, in my non-opinion, the Glass Queen. Glass Queen moves like a queen, but unlike Mirror Queen doesn't transform. But if the Glass Queen dies, it never respawns. The Infiltrator is the best unit in this entire game. But apparently, this Maxi guy who got sick during recording just doesn't see its worth and put it at number 4. Infiltrator! It moves around the board, doesn't matter what. It also breaks boulders, which is amazing. And it could pin units against the king, which is always a plus in my book. Alright, so apparently he put the martyr as number 3, which, I don't know what that does. Wait, he wrote it down in notes. Martyr! It moves like a king. It can kill units. If dies, it. God, who wrote these notes? I'm leaving!
Hey, so Maxi put Royal Guard at number 3. Royal Guard moves like the king and kills like the queen. Personally, this sounds pretty weak, but whatever. Maxi put the egg at number 2. Why? I do not know. Egg does not move. Pretty useless. At least it upgrades to Dragon Whelp. Wait, what is a Hydra?
Pretty sure that's some kind of mythical beast.
Jeff, I think you should take over then, mainly since this is so boring.
Hydra is a mythical beast, which makes sure that it has 3 head. Wait, you're talking about a chess piece? Oh, there's no. Oh. Hydra moves like a rook and a griffin. Very good with attack patterns and stuff. And covers a lot of squares. I don't know about you, but at least every piece in this board can kill, with the exception being the egg, but that again, that's its whole gimmick. But there's one that moves very good, but doesn't kill. Gorgon. Gorgon is a piece that moves like a queen, locks pieces or units that are close to it, but cannot kill for some reason. Looks like the number 1 is going to be the Musketeer in Maxi's list. The Musketeer, when killing a unit, returns back to its original place, moving like a rook, but not I don't know why, but it's a good unit, I guess. Thank you for watching this video, and subscribe.
Jeff, you need to come with me. There's something seriously wrong with Maxi.
Yeah, I know, he is sick.
It has nothing to do with being sick. I do not know much except we all need to go.